I want people to feel like they're in a different space, like they're in a more organic building. We spend so much time in these houses that are not natural. You know, they're big, square, and have tons of room. If you thought about how much room you actually need, it's not much.
How many acres do you have here?
It's 17 acres. This is kind of my boundary, this stone wall, and we're kind of at the top of my property more or less. Yeah. It goes a little bit further, but I have a little farmyard out there where that building is. All these buildings up here I've built over the last several years, and I have experience as a carpenter and a stonemason for 30 years or so. And I've been on this property here for about 38 years and never really thought about using this spot. I always loved this spot up here. It's kind of the highest point on my property, and it's real bony, so there's not much soil. But I've always liked the grass, the gentle grass that grows in the woods here, and the moss, and the nice big oak trees. And it just suddenly occurred to me that I should be building a tree house or something. So, I mean, I always wanted to build a tree house, and I never did one. So, it just suddenly seemed like the thing to do. This is the tree house. This is the Hermit Thrush Treehouse. And I like showcasing these beautiful old wolf maples, hard maples, that are just amazing. When I first started looking into making this treehouse, I went online and I thought, well, do treehouse search, and I just didn't see anything that I thought was particularly interesting. There was a few, like in Malaysia or something like that, where they made a really organic looking treehouse because that's all they had. They didn't have milled lumber and nice baseboards and casement windows and stuff like that. And but all the other tree houses I see, they're just they're kind of like a fancified little dollhouse stuck in a tree or up on one stilt or something like that, and it just kind of defeats the whole treehouse purpose to me, which is you want to be like communing with nature. And so this is kind of like I left the windows like they look like a birdhouse almost, So I tell kids that pterodactyls live here. This is all any wood that's exposed is all that locust, and then the siding is slabs from the local sawmill that they just basically have so much of it they just push over the bank. They can't really use it, so it's flat on one side. And I came up with this method of constructing walls using flat to flat and overlapping the seams, which makes a really beautiful wall on the outside, and on the inside just kind of disappears. Hey, Brewski. So this is the door to the double bedroom here in the treehouse. Wow. So yeah, so this is the downstairs of the treehouse, and it's so it's got a double bed and a light and a fan, and these windows can close, but I always tell people to leave them open because these other windows can't close. But you wake up in the morning and it's amazing. You hear the birds, and the light that comes through the woods is just incredible. The way it lights up the trunks of the trees, and they look like little gold arrows stuck all through the woods. I like to disguise everything if I can, So I save. Not only do I save branches and all sorts of other things, but I save old knot holes, and they're perfect for light spots. And these are all just crotches on a tree, so they have a perfect little, very strong, thing to hang towels or a backpack or something. And you can see the slab construction I was talking about. So this slab is rounded and flat on the back, and then the other slab on the outside is rounded and flat on the inside. So the two flat sides meet, and they just keep covering each other like that. And these are the first slabs they take off when they put a log in a sawmill. They slice one side, then lay it on the flat side, and then they slice another side. So you get 4 slabs off of every log that they basically throw away. And this is my baby here, the red oak. It's just creaky. You can hear I don't know if you're Michael picked that up, but it's creaking, and
Yeah.
so when it wind blows, this tree will move almost 6 inches. Not here, but up a little higher. You'll see I had to leave like a 6-inch opening for it to move around. So people that stay in the Hermit Thrush downstairs, they also have their own little potty here, little toilet, and they have a bag full of sawdust and wood chips, and they can shake in there. They got privacy, all the comforts of home.
Yeah, everything you need.
So up here, it's kind of the kids' palace up here. When I thought about beds and stuff up here, I thought, well, I gotta have bunk beds because to maximize the space. And so everything, it doesn't necessarily look, it looks a little random, but the thing is, I took a lot of time making sure that there was just enough room for everything, that you could get by here, that you could climb up there, that you could have enough room under here. That's why everything had to be made, because there's no way you could find pieces of furniture that would fit. This tree moves, that's why it has enough room between all these pieces, because this in a storm, this thing will go around like that, and sometimes it even bumps against certain ones, and you'll hear a gong, so it can move.
So where are we headed now?
So this way is the shower. This is because this house that I'm offering you is huge. Who else has to walk on like 150 feet to their shower, huh? But I had gone on a vacation one time to the Yucatan, and there was this really cool place that probably has since been destroyed because it was right on the beach, and there's been a few hurricanes since then, so it probably got lost. But it was beautiful. This place called Gatos, and they had this great shower, and it was made all out of driftwood. And so I was thinking about that when I was making this. I always tell people, it's hand-painted ceiling. I tell them that guy, who's that guy from Italy that did that chapel? And they go, oh, they say Michelangelo. I say, oh yeah, one of the D'Angelo brothers. Yeah, he did mine too. And then the water is this lever right here, and so it comes out, and it's nice and cold. I tell that to the kids, and they all look at me like, are you crazy? Then it gets diverted around to the sink here. And you have water at the sink, and you can drink it. This was the first project here, and it was a little pavilion, outdoor pavilion, and I'll show you that. So there's a full kitchen and everything, and I actually love cooking up here, having friends over and stuff like that, because it's great. You drop something on the floor, and Brewski comes and licks it up, and it's easy. You don't have to clean the house to have people over. You just have them come over, and they bring some stuff, and you sit by the fire, play some music and stuff. Yeah, so it's got a full fridge, and it's got the propane stove, and it's got a barbecue, and pots and pans, and cooking utensils, and everything you can need. This was a tree on my other neighbor that had died, a big ash tree, and so I sawed that up, and I wanted to make a picnic table that people couldn't move outside, and then I'd have to struggle to get it back in. So this one, nobody can move this. My artistic nature is manifested in these types of buildings that kind of blend utility and function and art and stability and impermanence, and all these things meld together for me. And so that's kind of the inspiration behind something like this. Is it satisfies all those things for me. It's organic. It blends in. It works.